The roar of the crowd, the thrill of the goal, the camaraderie of fans. Football is a sport that ignites passion across the globe. From the bustling streets of Rio de Janeiro to the quiet villages in Africa, football is more than just a game, it's a way of life. The excitement is palpable, the energy infectious. Every match is a celebration of skill, strategy, and sheer willpower. We celebrate our teams wearing their colors with pride and cheering them on to victory. The sense of community and belonging is unmatched. We gather in pubs, homes, and stadiums, united by our love for the game. The chants, the songs, the rituals, they all bring us closer together, creating a bond that transcends borders and cultures. But what if behind the dazzling footwork and stunning goals, a darker force was at play? What if the very essence of the sport we love is being tainted by unseen hands? The beautiful game, with all its glory and grandeur, hides a murky underbelly that few dare to acknowledge. A sinister secret funding the beautiful game, the underworld's grip on football is tightening, and the implications are far-reaching. From match fixing to money laundering, the dark side of football is a complex web of deceit and corruption. The stakes are high and the consequences devastating. This is the unsettling reality we must confront. As fans, we have a responsibility to demand transparency and integrity in the sport we cherish. The beautiful game deserves better, and so do we. It's time to shine a light on the shadows and hold those responsible accountable. The truth is, some of our beloved clubs are entangled with criminal enterprises, their coffers stained with the proceeds of illegal activities. These illicit funds not only undermine the integrity of the sport, but also fuel a cycle of crime and exploitation. The allure of easy money has led some to compromise their values, putting the entire football community at risk. This isn't just a game anymore. It's a high-stakes match against organized crime. The battle for the soul of football is on, and it's a fight we cannot afford to lose. The future of the sport depends on our collective efforts to root out corruption and restore its purity. Together, we can reclaim the beautiful game and ensure it remains a source of joy and inspiration for generations to come. Deep in the heart of Southeast Asia, a criminal syndicate operates with ruthless efficiency. This is a world where shadows move with purpose, and every corner hides a secret. The streets may seem quiet, but beneath the surface, a storm is brewing. Known as Vigorish Viper, this organization casts a long shadow, its influence felt far and wide. The Viper's reach is not just confined to the alleys and backstreets, it extends into the very fabric of society. Its tendrils reaching across borders and continents, connecting the bustling cities of Southeast Asia to the grand metropolises of Europe. The Viper's network is a web of deceit and power, stretching from the neon lights of Bangkok to the cobblestone streets of Paris. They are masters of exploitation, preying on the vulnerable and manipulating systems for their own gain. Behind computer screens and in the shadows, they orchestrate schemes that span the globe, leaving a trail of victims in their wake. Their wealth is built on a foundation of human misery, exploiting the desperation of those with nowhere else to turn. The Viper's venom seeps into the lives of the downtrodden, turning their suffering into profit. A stark contrast to the joy and excitement their ill-gotten gains bring to the football pitch. The roar of the crowd, the thrill of the game, these are bought with the tears of the oppressed. But how did a group operating in the shadows infiltrate the bright lights of European football? The answer lies in their cunning and adaptability. They have learned to navigate the worlds of both crime and sport, blending into the background while pulling the strings from behind the scenes. The Viper's nest is not just a place, it's a state of mind, a relentless pursuit of power and control. Vigorish Viper's operations are as diverse as they are deplorable. Illegal gambling rings generate a steady stream of untraceable cash. Human trafficking ensnares desperate individuals, forcing them into lives of exploitation. And the horrors of modern-day slavery provide a steady flow of cheap labor, further lining the syndicate's pockets. These interconnected criminal activities form a web of suffering, all feeding into a single purpose: to generate wealth and influence. Their reach extends far beyond the borders of Southeast Asia, with Europe becoming a prime target for their illicit schemes. Vigorish Viper thrives in the digital age, leveraging technology to mask their operations and move money with impunity. Cryptocurrencies provide a cloak of anonymity for their transactions, making it difficult for authorities to follow the money trail. Sophisticated hacking techniques enable them to breach security systems, stealing data and manipulating online platforms to their advantage. Their online presence is a carefully constructed illusion, designed to deceive and mislead anyone who dares to investigate. A foot in the door sponsorships and shell companies. European football, with its global appeal and massive financial clout, presents an irresistible opportunity for an organization like Vigorish Viper. They infiltrate the system through seemingly legitimate means, using shell companies to disguise their true ownership. These front organizations then funnel dirty money into clubs through lucrative sponsorship deals, gaining access to the inner circle of the sport. The clubs, often blinded by the promise of financial stability and success, unwittingly become pawns in the syndicate's elaborate game. Recent scandals have shone a light on the insidious reach of Vigorish Viper. This shadowy syndicate has managed to infiltrate various sectors, but its influence in the world of sports, particularly football, is especially concerning. The Yabo Group and TGP Europe cases are prime examples of how deeply embedded these criminal networks have become. The Yabo Group, an online gambling platform with ties to the syndicate, secured high-profile sponsorship deals with several Premier League clubs. These deals were not just about advertising. They were a strategic move to launder money and gain legitimacy. The presence of Yabo Group logos in stadiums and on team kits gave the company an air of respectability, masking its darker connections. Similarly, TGP Europe, a seemingly innocuous sports marketing agency, funneled millions into smaller clubs across the continent, masking their connection to the criminal network. By sponsoring lower league teams, TGP Europe was able to operate under the radar, avoiding the scrutiny that comes with high-profile sponsorships. This allowed them to quietly funnel illicit funds through legitimate channels. These cases, while alarming, are likely just the tip of the iceberg. Investigative journalists have uncovered a web of deceit and corruption that extends far beyond these two companies. Football clubs, both big and small, are now under investigation, and officials are scrambling to distance themselves from the scandal. The fear and uncertainty are palpable as the true scale of the syndicate's operations begins to emerge. The true extent of Vigorish Viper's influence within European football remains shrouded in secrecy. Confidential documents and insider testimonies suggest that the syndicate's reach is far more extensive than previously thought. As night falls on European stadiums, the shadows cast by these criminal activities grow longer, hinting at a much larger, more complex network of corruption. The fight to uncover the truth and bring those responsible to justice is only just beginning. Exposing Vigorish Viper and their ilk requires a concerted effort from fans, journalists, and authorities alike. We must demand greater transparency from our clubs, scrutinizing their financial dealings and holding them accountable for their associations. Investigative journalism plays a crucial role in uncovering these hidden connections, shining a light on the dark underbelly of the sport. Law enforcement agencies need to collaborate across borders, dismantling the syndicate's network and bringing the perpetrators to justice. As fans, we are not powerless in this fight. We can educate ourselves about the signs of criminal influence, questioning the origins of sponsorship deals, and demanding greater transparency from our clubs. Supporting independent sports journalism provides crucial funding for investigations into these illicit activities. By using our voices and our wallets, we can send a clear message. We will not tolerate our beloved sport being tainted by crime. This is not just about money laundering or sponsorship deals. It's about the very soul of football. The values of fair play, sportsmanship, and integrity are under threat. We cannot allow criminal organizations to dictate the terms of the game we love. The fight against Vigorish Viper is a fight for the future of football, a fight to reclaim the sport from the clutches of greed and corruption. The task ahead may seem daunting, but we must not lose hope. By exposing the truth, holding the guilty accountable, and demanding better from our clubs, we can create a brighter future for football. A future where the beautiful game is truly beautiful, both on and off the pitch. A future where the only thing that matters is the passion for the sport, not the profits of criminals. Stay informed and vigilant. Subscribe to Net Noir for more in-depth stories from the digital underworld. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update.